Hello and welcome to the Audio Dad Chronicles. I'm Shale, and today we are going to check out Maphra's vocal cover of Fauzia's Unethical. So Maphra is back with another vocal cover, and she has me asking the question, who is Faouzia? I don't know. We might check out her music another day on this channel, but today we're just going to go straight into Maphra's cover. I did a very small amount of research into Faouzia, and I learned that she is a young Moroccan Canadian, CanCon, and she describes her music as being cinematic pop. So does that mean that this will be Maphra's first YouTube cover of a non-rock or metal song? Most intriguing. Now, I do know that over on her Instagram page, she's been releasing music for upwards of 10 years now, and the vast majority, if not entirety of it, is more in the pop stylings. So here she is finally taking some of those influences over to YouTube. And it has me wondering, is this a sign of what we will be expecting down the road when she eventually comes out with some original music? Because she has hinted she is working on it. Or will she be sticking into the metal genres that we've become more associated with hearing from her? Who knows? Time will tell on that, and I'm going to be here for it either way. Speaking of being here for it, let's hear what she does with Fauzia's Unethical. Softer song so far.
Let it go in your arms. Once again you hate me, then it's false alarm. That's just what you always do every time. Watch me when I break and say it's paradise. Set my body aflame. Lock me up and close the door when it rains. Maybe it's my fault I put you up so high. Darling, I think you can make the devil cry. And I've been waiting for the sunset, waiting on a sorry, but you're never sorry, are you? No, you don't even care. How can you stand and watch while I'm breaking all my bones, trying to hold you close, got my heart right out of my body, tearing off my skin just to let you in. Isn't it a bit unethical? Got me on my knees, have you any mercy every time you hurt me, baby? Tell me, have I not given you enough? If you ever love me, let me go.
Okay, we got the sultry smokiness side of her coming out in full. And as always, it sounds beautiful. She has such a rich voice, so much character, and every subtle little nuance, every waver in her voice, every little vibrato she pulls into her voice has just got such character to it. There's such a charm and a beauty to every note she sings. And I feel this song is really going to be good for giving her those moments to show off her talent. It's one thing I know I and many other reactors and music lovers in general who have discovered her have just listened to her scream and gone, oh my goodness, this woman can scream, she can belt, she can do so much with the harshness. But let's not take away from the fact that she's just beautiful. Everything in her voice is just gorgeous. She's just got so much soul. I love it. And I didn't know at the beginning of this song if I'd be doing a deconstruction or not. For those that don't know, deconstructions, there's a playlist up there, is when I do vocal isolations, primarily vocal isolations. I separate the stems into individual tracks and we give them all a listen. I've done many for Maphra so far. I did not intend to do one for this, and at least so far with it being such a stripped-down song with very minimal orchestration, I don't think I will. But if you disagree with me, if you think I should, do let me know down in the comments, okay? I might just change my mind. I might just do a follow-up video for this later and do a deconstruction. I might just throw it up on Patreon. I might not do it at all. Let me know if you'd be interested in hearing a deconstruction on this, and I might do it, I might not. Either way, our Maphra journey will continue. We are going to do all of her music at some point. We're getting through most of it, but she keeps coming out with new music, and of course, I just got to jump on that. Speaking of jumping on that, let's jump back in on this, because this is beautiful. I really like this song. I may just have to check out the original just to see how it differs.
I don't know what it is, got me wrapped around your cold fingertips. Maybe it's my fault I can't walk away. Maybe I just started feeling a little shame. Oh, I've been waiting on the sunset, waiting on a sorry, but you're never sorry, are you? No, you don't even care. How can you stand and watch while I'm breaking all my bones, trying to hold you close? Come on, right out my body, tearing off my skin just to let you in. Isn't it a bit unethical? Got me on my knees, have any mercy every time you hurt me, baby. Tell me have I not given you enough? If you ever love me, let me go. Let me go. I'll let you go. If you let me go, let me. I've been waiting on the sun.
Didn't want to interrupt her. I kept getting this sense that we might get almost a scream or even a bit of a belt out of her, but she never quite went there, which is okay. I feel that she's very much just sticking true to the song. I'm sure there's some inflections and some variations she's thrown into it because she's wonderful at just making every song her own while still staying within the realm of how it originally went. And I do see for sure, even by her cover, what is probably meant by Fauzia's cinematic pop. There's a lot of bells and orchestration going on in the background as it builds up. It very much has this movie trailer-like vibe to it. Very cinematic, very grandiose, even though it's subtle and quiet, and we got the bells and things like that. And as I understand it, for the most part, when Maphra does vocal covers, she does things not terribly different from what I do with the deconstructions, where she separates the stems and basically, and I do not mean this in an insulting fashion, but effectively takes the original song and turns it into a karaoke track, where she's got the original orchestration, original drums, guitar, bass, and such, and then adds her vocals on top of it. Now, I've come to understand that she may not have done that, or at least hasn't left it that way, for her actual official singles releases, for example, Bring Me the Horizon's Doomed. Reacted to that, and I am fairly certain that the original version on YouTube reflects the quote-unquote karaoke track of which I spoke. Her vocals in place of Ollie Sykes, but effectively the original backing track to it. But I believe I read somewhere recently that the actual single release for it, things you'd hear on streaming services like Spotify, is actually a reinterpretation where her and her partner, I believe it's her husband, they have got together and recreated or did their own version of the backing tracks in absence of uploading and utilizing the original Bring Me the Horizon version of the original instrumentation. Not sure if that's a true fact or not. I'll admit I have not heard her single on streaming services. If you know with a little more confidence than me, again, let me know in the comments. I'd like to find that out. But let's back this up because we did interrupt this in the middle of a pretty cool passage and I don't like that. So let's experience that again.
Right out my body, tearing off my skin just to let you in. Isn't it a bit unethical? Got me on my knees, have any mercy every time you hurt me, baby.
You see the pain in her face when she sings it.
If you ever love me, let me go.
I feel like one of the reasons she may have picked this song is it really pulls at her heart. This song speaks to her. The lyrical content, maybe her backstory, dealing with mental health issues and things like that. It probably very much connected to her. Even though Faouzia may be a younger artist, even relative to Maphra herself, a much newer career, younger career, still on the rise on her own. doesn't mean that she doesn't make good music. And this is a really great song. I can definitely see why Maphra chose it for her cover, even if to many people, at least certainly myself, Faouzia is an unknown artist. I had never heard her name before, and I'll admit I even had to look up how to pronounce it because I wanted to give her proper respect. And if you hear me slip at all during this video, apologies to Faouzia. I do know how to pronounce your name properly. I watched a video on that and I heard you say your name in your own words. So I do thank you for that, as I'm sure many other fans do. But enough of that. Let's get back to the music.
Have any mercy every time you hurt me, baby? Tell me have I not given you enough? If you ever love me, let me go. Let me go. I'll let you go.
There's that cinematic again.
If you let me go, let me. I've been waiting on the sunset, waiting on a sorry, but you're never sorry, are you? No, you don't even care. How can you stand and watch while I'm breaking all my bones, trying to hold you close? Come on, right out of my body, tearing off my skin just to let you in. It's not a bit unethical. Got me on my knees. Have you any mercy every time you hurt me, baby? Tell me have I not given you enough? If you ever love me, let me go.
Just breaks your heart. Even she had to shake that one off. She felt that note. I felt that note. Wow, that was moving. Maphra really brought out the emotions on that one. You could see it even in her own eyes when she's just letting that song get into her and she's just taking it within herself and living it out. And there was just beauty in that pain. And I was here for it too. I do thank you for coming along on the ride on this one. I hope to see you all again. Peace, love, and empathy to you all. Good night.